Hi, this is Craig and Celeste with Sulcata Grove, and today we are going to answer the question, what are our favorite mango varieties? And it's a little bit hard to answer for several reasons. One is, it's hard to pick your favorites of something when you like a lot of different things, who your favorite children are, kind of a thing. Well, the other thing too is there's a difference between what's my favorite mango to eat and what's my favorite mango to grow. So let's start with just, you could just hand me a mango right now. What would be my top 5? You just put it in my hand and I'm going to eat it.
So just taste-wise, like
Just
it's perfectly
just as
ripened.
far as eating a mango, my top 5 would be PPK with lemon meringue, coconut cream. I'm going to say Mangifera odorata, which is, I guess, technically not a mango, but first time I had that mango, I really hated it, and now it's like one of my favorites. I kept trying it, and it was just really good. And then I would pick like an Indian mango, like either like a like an Alampar Banishan or a Bombay, one of those. And then for my last one,
Sugarloaf.
Sugarloaf, yes. Sugarloaf is a very sweet pineapple-y one. So those would be my top 5.
Yeah.
Eating mangoes.
Just to eat.
Just
okay.
to eat.
So I think my top 5, I made a list because I thought I might forget. Just to eat, Alampar Banishan, coconut cream, Sugarloaf, lemon meringue.
So far they're the same as mine.
And
ice cream.
Honey Kiss.
Honey Kiss.
Those would be my 5 just for eating.
Well, that's 4 out of the 5, same as mine pretty much.
Yeah, odorata I love the smell of, but I do not like the taste. If you eat it underripe, it's bearable.
It's a weird. The first time I tasted it, I thought it tasted kind of like kerosene.
Because we let get really ripe.
Was that overripe?
Yeah.
But it was, and it's, I mean, even at perfect ripeness, it still has a little bit of that weird punch to it, but it's, I really enjoyed them last time we had them.
I love the smell because
they do smell good too.
Eldon used to be the mango we had for smell. You put an Eldon mango on the kitchen counter and it smelled so good. The whole house just smelled. It was a different smell. But the odorata I love the smell of. But if you enjoy the smell, the fruit gets too funky.
Yeah. So as far as growing mangoes, a lot of those would be the same. I would.
If you could only plant one mango tree, say you lived in a really small HOA community, which we don't recommend.
Yeah. If I could just have one tree, I would probably plant a Glen.
Same.
Glen is just, it's a good mango. It's not an exquisite mango, but it's a very good mango, but it just produces so well.
And we've never had disease issues.
It's very forgiving. Yeah, it's for a lot of things. It's very forgiving, heavy producing, good mango.
And you can use it in savory things like salsa or desserts. Like it's very versatile. Where coconut cream, to me, is almost too coconutty and sweet to use in a mango salsa. Like I don't like that.
So if you were given 10 acres and somebody's going to do this, is going to run it for you, and they're just going to, you're commercially growing mangoes, they're going to take care of them, everything, but you have to pick out the 5 varieties.
Only 5
that you want to grow on all. So you're getting a whole bunch of every one of them, but commercially. So you're thinking you want good commercial varieties where you're going to be trying to get good production and good mangoes.
That's tough.
I would go with Glen, Pickering, maybe lemon meringue.
Ah Ping. It's so pretty, and I like that mango. But we don't have one growing, so I don't really know what the grow times are.
Maha Chinook might be a good one for that. It's not my favorite one to eat,
It's
but it is a
beautiful.
beautiful mango and it produces very well. Um,
Dwarf Hawaiian can be pretty, and that has a complex
we
flavor,
have a
but
dwarf Hawaiian,
small.
but it hasn't produced yet, so I haven't seen that one yet. Um,
I
that
think it's
was
too hard. I think it should be unlimited. If you have I mean, you have 10 acres. You can plant whatever you want.
well, then you'd have one of each.
This is my list. If I had 10 acres, so I wrote it down because I want to
Okay.
forget. Glen, coconut cream, sugarloaf, lemon meringue, ice cream, alum parbanoshan would be like 50% of my trees would be alum parbanoshan, or whatever the Florida version is that's called alum parbanoshan. Honey Kiss, Ceci Love, P22, Dwarf Hawaiian, Bombay, Pineapple Pleasure, Ah Ping, White Prairie, and probably Rosy Gold just because it's early. We don't have a Rosy Gold tree, and I don't know if it stays too cold here, like in January, for Rosy Gold to do well here. You don't think?
We could grow it. I just don't really like it that much. I mean, it's okay, but it's. I mean, yeah, and
Yeah.
it's nice to have a good early variety. There's two or three other that are also good early varieties that, but most of the early
Edward
varieties
sometimes
are.
is early, isn't it? Like
I
some
don't
people
know.
get Edward early.
I'm not sure. But
P22 was like my favorite one year to tasting, and coconut cream has been our favorite, like in our yard tastings. And then I don't know. I don't know why fruit punch, sweet tart, cotton candy, and
well,
peach cobbler.
our
is the
cotton
second
candy
list.
hasn't actually produced properly yet.
Right.
We don't have it in a good section of the yard, and the squirrels tend to get to it. Sweet tart is pretty good, but it's pretty late, and they're small, and we've had a hard time. By the time they're so late, they've been getting anthracnose pretty bad. Fruit punch is okay. It's a nice big one, and it
Pretty.
produces pretty well. It's just it's one of those that to me though tastes kind of like a fruit cup flavor to it, which is okay, but it's good. But it's not. There's better flavored ones
But when
for
we
me.
did a tasting, I guess it was like 8 years ago, fruit punch and sweet tart were like at the top.
Well,
But
we may be not picking them at the exact
yeah,
right
I
time
think
anyway.
maybe they're in a bad spot of the yard. They're not in full sun all the time. Yeah, and they're late. And maybe we're just kind of like
I think the
over
later
mangoes.
ones. Well, and maybe that's probably a big part of it too. Is that by the end of the season, we're actually getting sick of mangoes because we've eaten a lot of mangoes.
And we've cut up a lot of mangoes, and we have
and I have to go
sold
out
a lot of
every
mangoes.
day and pick mangoes because we do it every day, and I'm like by that time, yeah, I'm kind of over mangoes, and
it's hot.
so that it may not be fair to the fruit. That we have some extra criteria by which we're judging it, but
Yeah.
that is probably a big part of it.
Yeah, I would love to move a piece of the cotton candy to the other side of our yard. Our neighbor has like an empty field near that old cogsall tree, and I think that'd be like a nice spot.
I can look at top work at that cogsall with that.
Squirrels, if you have a 20-foot empty space around your trees, squirrels aren't as big of an issue.
Yeah.
We found.
Yeah. Anyway, those are our top 5 favorite mangoes
that we've had.
That's true. There's other ones that I know are good that we've even grown. You know, I know that Malika is a good mango. People all say it is, but ours were never good because we weren't getting the timing right.
But I've tried some other people grew, and I didn't like them either.
Really?
It's like Bailey's Marvel. I love Bailey's Marvel. We don't have a tree because Craig really doesn't like that fruit. There's something in it that just...
I really wanted to because it's known as being a very fast, aggressive growing tree, and I really like those kinds of trees. And I really wanted Bailey's Marvel. It was going to be my favorite. I knew it was, and I can't like the taste.
Yeah.
I really wanted to like
It's
it
like
too.
the cilantro or something. There's just something you taste that I don't. But yeah, I'm interested to know what other people like what's your favorite, and then what's your top 5. Because again, we haven't grown all the mangoes. We haven't tasted all the mangoes. So maybe we have a new favorite this year.
Well, we'll see. We have some younger trees that probably going to produce for the first time this year. So
Yeah.
we'll see how they are.
Yep.
But anyway, those were our favorites. Let us know what yours are. We'd love to hear it. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Pick the mango from the tree, and the mango down to me. Put the mango in a sack, put the sack